Well, our 2 weeks is up. If you guys watched our reaction to KTOD / Mike Gems price prediction video for all the legendaries, we said in 2 weeks after the set came out, which we're considering pre-release if the set came out, we're going to go back and we're going to do the Price is Right game and see who won.
Yep. And yeah, I'm ready to see what we got cooking here, Coach.
I've got something to admit before we start doing this, and that is that I have never actually watched The Price is Right.
Oh,
so I don't actually know how this works. So you're gonna have to teach me.
There is no teach. It's just The Price is Right, dog. You just got to know. You got to be able to know.
So is the price right or is the price wrong?
This is the price is never right. Okay. This is the reaction to our reaction, kind of. So for people who like that kind of content, this is the reaction to the reaction.
Perfect. Reactception.
So essentially, okay. In the game show Price is Right, there's like you're picked from the audience, and there's like 4 people at these booths, and they show something, and then everybody puts down what they think the price is. And if you go over, or if it goes over you,
if your price
is higher than what the value is, you're out. I think. Okay. So you want to be the lowest. That's the closest to it.
Okay.
Right.
The closest without going over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's how it works. I can't remember now. It's been years since I've watched that show.
I had a friend when I was younger who was on The Price is Right, and I still have never watched it.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Well, first card was Annihilator. Mike thought it was $6. We thought $6.01. We were playing that game of if it's anything above $6.01, we win. If it's anything under $6, or if it's $6 exactly, he wins.
Yep.
How do you feel about this one now that 2 weeks has passed?
Well, not good. I feel like I don't know the values of all these cards, but from the little bit that I have looked at, just like trying to buy singles, that the value of these cards are way less than what I think we anticipated they were going to be.
Prices in general just seem lower.
Yeah, with the carbonite packs and everything, it's driven prices
especially
to be really
for these capital ships.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so I'm gonna say we this is not a good one.
Okay,
not a good look.
All right, and I gotta get to the right window. There we go. You're correct.
We were
lost
close
this one,
though.
But we were real close. We were all real close with this one.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So technically, we would both be losers here since we went over.
We all went over.
But
it's true
because there's no one that's less than it would be the one that's closest to it.
Perfect. So I did it right. I made the slide correctly.
Yes, that is correct. So Bobby gets this one. So it's 1-0. Bobby in the lead. Unfortunate.
Right. Sadly.
I haven't even seen this card played, so
I know that's the thing. All right, next up we've got the Ghost.
Okay, yeah.
So
I think we got this one for sure. I don't think there's like any legendaries that are less than $1.
Yeah,
this was an easy. He gave this one to us for sure.
You ready to see who took this one?
Yeah, right. Gotta be us. Gotta be.
It was
348. Let's go. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, this one is probably more than it should be, but I think people really like Spectres and the Hera stuff. Like, people just love that. Hera has like the most stands in the Star Wars Unlimited.
She definitely has the cult following for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy to me, but I think that contributes to this card being $3.49 when it should be like $1.01 coaster.
I agree. Nice. All right, next up we've got Nebula Ignition, which we all agree is a trash card.
Terrible, unplayable
probably
coaster.
Not worth any amount of whatever we thought it was.
We did. He gave this one to us too. This was a freebie.
Yeah, this was a freebie. And
there's no legendaries
less than 50 cents in general.
Yeah,
we took this one.
Let's go. I haven't seen this card played either.
Hang on, let me go back. It's like basically the same price as Ghost.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
it's got Ghost on it. Maybe that's why.
They both have the Ghost on the art. It's another Hera card. Just secretly.
I do not. Well, I would never pay $3 for this card.
No,
I wouldn't trade most of my rares for this card.
Yeah, agreed. Until we get that disaster synergy.
Exactly.
And then this card becomes broken.
Exactly.
All right, Executor.
Oh wow, we went 1 cent.
We went under $4 for this card.
And this card seems terrible, so I feel like we probably got this one.
Yeah, I could have.
There's no way this is more expensive than the Ghost, right?
I don't think it should be. There's like the Carbonite versions are way cooler, and also nobody's playing this, and I don't know, but the Executor, I guess, is like an iconic ship to some people, and we lost this one.
No way. Why is this $5?
How is this? Who's paying $5.14 for this?
That's insane. Now, I want to clarify, the prices we went with were the market price of the just regular stock card, not the foil, not the hyperspace, not the hyperfoil, just the regular version of these cards. So yeah, that blows my mind. I feel like this should be less than Ghost.
Yeah,
sure.
I agree with you 100%.
Maybe there's just not, people think it's so bad they don't feel like it's worth putting on TCG Player. So
that's got to be it.
Wow.
Right. Scramble Fighters. This card is similarly trash. I feel like this was also a giveaway.
But we put 1 cent.
Oh no! Oh, you're right. we went the opposite.
I feel like this card is worth less than 50 cents.
Yeah, that's why we did 1 cent.
But it's gonna be more than that, more than 50.
Yeah, sadly, but only $1.96.
That's such a dirt cheap card for 2 weeks into the set. This is going to. I promise you, this is gonna be less than 50 cents.
I believe it. We'll look 2 months from now. We'll see.
It's such a trash card.
All right, Turbolaser Salvo.
Ooh, this is a hard one.
We thought this would be worth more than $8.
I feel like you said that, and I just went with it.
Yeah.
I think this is a really close one, though. Like, this is probably about where the value is, if I had to guess.
I feel like a lot of people want to play Piet, and this like fits directly into that deck. I could go either way here at this point.
I think even not Piet decks, like just like pilot decks, if you flip a pilot onto something space, and then you play this the following turn, like you're wiping a whole arena. So I think this has more use cases than we believe it does. But yeah, I think it's a good card. So I would be happy with it being over $8 because I think it's worth that. But
all right, let's see.
Let's go. Hey, $8.99. Wow.
Nice.
Are we tied right now? I think we're neck and neck.
We might be, but probably not for long. We've got Darth Vader. Mike Jim thought that this was a $2 card.
This is the one card in the entire reaction video that I was like, he's dead wrong on this card. Like, I get it, and it probably like will fluctuate in value based on how many people are running. Like,
upgrade hate, pilot hate,
bouncing, stuff like that. But this is definitely, well, number one, it's Vader, so it's gonna be more than $2. But it's a super insane card, so yeah, this is definitely, we got this one.
Yeah, I think we got this one.
Softball.
And we got this one by a lot.
By a long shot. By a long shot, coach.
$15.29.
That's crazy.
Pretty sweet.
Yep.
All right. Devastator. So we guessed under $33.
Yes, because I feel like there's very few legendaries that are more than that from any set that's not set one.
Yeah.
Like, is there a single legendary from any set that's not set one that is more than $33? I think even set one
is
the
DJ
cards that came down.
More than that? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I
like, even Luke's are like 35 or something now.
Oh wow. Dang.
So this, I think we got this. This is probably the best and most expensive card in the set, but I think we got this one.
How many people do you think are actually playing this in their decks?
I feel like Jingos are definitely playing this. Boba Pilots, I think, is really good, and you just like TDR this, and then get to deal 6 damage wherever you want, or 5 damage wherever you want because of his
ability. That's cool.
Yeah,
right.
I think this is a good card.
Well, it is $21.21. So we win this round.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Okay, next round, Profundity.
Profundity. He was hype about this card, and he still only put $2. We put 201. I feel like it's gotta be more than $2, right?
I also feel like it's gotta be more than $2 because there's no way this is worse than the Ghost or
right. Exactly.
the other one. All right, so what is Profundity actually worth?
Let's go.
$2.47. We win.
Wait, this is cheaper than Ghost
still
and
cheaper
Nebula
than Ghost and the other one. That's
what
insane.
The heck? That's crazy.
Nuts.
That's actually.
If the prestige ones are similarly cheap, I'm gonna buy a playset like right now.
They are. D House on the stream last night, while I was streaming, picked up a playset of these or like something.
Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Eventually, this card seems like it'll be good.
Yeah, they're like $3 or something ridiculous.
Crazy. All right, we got Shadowcaster.
Shadowcaster. I feel like no one's playing this card,
Trashster.
and probably for good reason.
Yeah, I think you're right. But it's not less than $1, is it?
I don't know.
And we thought it'd be less than $1.
It might be.
You ready to find out?
Yes.
It is not.
Dang.
It's $4.37.
That's kind of crazy. I feel like these prices are just all over the place.
More than that last one.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, we would have lost
no one's
anyway,
playing this.
But it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Wow. Okay.
All right. We've got Planetary Bombardment.
Ooh, 1401. We went big bucks.
I pushed for this to be 1401 because I thought this card was really sick.
We went big bucks, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if this was a good choice or not. You ready? Let's find out.
It is a good card.
I think this card's sick.
People love it.
And look at that.
Holy crap, it's $21.
68.
That's insane. That's actually insanity.
It's a cool card. And people want to play this type of deck.
Yeah, people like this kind of card. Yeah. And it doesn't have to go into any specific, you want to have capital shifts, but I feel like you can throw this into a lot of decks.
Yeah, like the finisher cards just feel like they're so much cooler than some of the other cards in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yep.
Crazy.
Right. Invincible.
Okay.
So
$5.
We like Invincible more than $5. After seeing all the other cards that we've looked at already and the prices, I'm feeling a little bit less confident.
I agree, although the one thing I would say is that I feel like there are a lot of Count Dooku deck stands like there is Hera.
True.
So maybe they're picking these up.
It is really good in that deck. In Dooku, in Piet maybe, I have it in my set 3 Ventress deck because she's a unique separatist card.
Another very interesting thing to point out about these is the ships are going less than most of the events. Or the same price when they shouldn't be because of the prestige cards, I think.
Right. Yeah. The supply is significantly more than the non-ship cards.
Yeah.
So this card is $3.33.
Wow. Okay.
We lost this one.
We did.
I feel like it should be I feel like it should be at least $5.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially I mean, like I said, it's because of those freaking prestige cards that these are lower than what they would probably be.
Yep, those are ruining the values for us here. Let's blame it on that. Next up, we got Han Solo. We thought 1 cent. And this one has a little bit of an asterisk on it because initially Mike thought that it'd be $10 or less. And at the very end of that video, he popped in what had just been spoiled, which was the Han Solo legendary that shows up in the OP packs, and revised his price prediction to $5.
Yeah.
And I don't think we revised ours. So
but we were lower anyway.
We were lower anyway.
So I'm not confident about this one.
Yeah, Han is $15.65. So
it's
we
would have
lost even if it was 10.
Vader and Han, Turbolaser, Salvo, Planetary Bombardment are all the most expensive ones, and they don't have prestige variants.
Yep. Well, this one does have that the other variant.
Yeah, but we haven't had enough time for those to
That's
come
true.
out.
Yeah, that's a great point. So maybe this one over time turns us into winners.
Yeah. Maybe.
All right. Super blurry home one.
Great.
We've got $2.01 or $2. You think this is cheaper than basically any of the other capital ships we've seen?
Nah. I don't think it's cheaper than like Ghost or Nebula Ignition. There's no way this is cheaper than Nebula Ignition.
No way?
No way.
You're right.
It is cheaper.
Oh, it is cheaper than it, but
we won by 4 cents.
We still won.
Holy crap. That was a close one.
That was way too close. This is a $2 card. That's pretty crazy.
Why is this less than Nebula Ignition, bro?
Well, I guess based on your logic, which I agree with, Home 1 does have those prestige cards, and there's a lot of those out there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it might be just strictly that.
That is insane. People are low on this card right now. And I don't know. 6 cost 7/8 ambush just seems like it's probably like good. Like
yeah, so it's like good. It's kind of a boring card because it's like just stats and ambush. But yeah, if you get the discount, it seems pretty powerful. So
interesting.
Well, yeah, we'll see where this goes in the future. Next up, we got Stolen AT Hauler. We thought it would be worth more than $18. Or at least I did.
It doesn't have a prestige variant.
That has that going for it.
I don't know. I feel like this could be around that price.
I still like this card a lot.
I think people are high on Kaz and stuff, so
it's true. All right. This was $10,
okay.
48 cents. Okay. So still a lot more than a lot of those other ships that have the prestige variant. But I do feel like this card's better than some of those ones.
I do
and
too.
It will probably get played in more decks, but maybe people are afraid to play it outside of Kaz right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's a loss there, but I feel like we were on the right track with it, especially since it didn't have a prestige variant.
Yeah. Okay. We've got Radiant 7.
We went less than 2.
We went less than $2 on this card. We both hate the art on this card, or at least think that it's like kind of junky compared to the other ones.
Yep, it does have prestige, so I don't think anyone's playing it. So I'll go with keeping it at less than this 2.
I could see it, but no.
$3.42.
It's more expensive than Home 1, and it's more expensive than a couple of the other ones that we saw, I think, earlier, which is kind of weird. But I don't know. Does Django play this?
I haven't seen anybody playing this.
I don't know. Yeah, like who? Why is the price where it is? I don't know. Weird card. Death Star plans. We guessed the correct guess of $100,
which is realistically $1.01. Okay.
Sure.
All right. What do we gave it?
Was $1.91.
Okay.
So if it was
that's pretty cheap.
Actually $1.01, then we would have won. But
this is another one with no prestige variant, but it's still only $1.91.
Yeah,
and it's a gray card that can be played in
yet.
Any deck. Period.
People are afraid to play cards that bounce between control of players.
Yeah, people are afraid to play cards that are risky.
Yeah, but I don't know. There could be something here.
Was this the last one?
We got a few more.
Okay.
We've got the Starhawk.
Oh wow, Starhawk.
Which 12. We thought would be worth more than $12. I think our logic was like, yeah, people like to play big stuff and like to play ramp.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen any ships that were more than $12, so there's no way we got this.
No, yeah. Well, the Devastator I think was, but that's a special case. This was not $12.01. This was barely $3.97. It was $3.97. Almost $4. So sad day for us there.
Okay.
Next up, we got Hondo.
Which this is an easy softball.
Yep. Definitely more than 50 cents. This was $1.49, which I think makes it the cheapest.
This is the cheapest one?
I think so.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, I'd have to go back and check, but
this is cheaper than Death Star plans. Okay.
Yeah, it's people are not liking Hondo, but I think I think he's cool. I don't know.
He's in my. No, I actually cut him from my double blue deck. But I think
did you have
cool.
a double blue like Gar Saxon deck or something?
No, it was Thrawn. I would probably put him in a Gar Saxon deck though.
Yeah, he'd be cool in a Gar Saxon deck. Okay, well that's Hondo. This is the last one. His Unity of Purpose. This is another give me.
Yeah, 50 cents. 50-cent coaster.
And it was $2.54.
Holy cow, that's expensive for a crappy card.
Yeah, everybody wants to build that Rex deck.
Yeah, the double green Rex.
But not everybody, because it's still only $2.54.
And it doesn't have a prestige variant. So
it does not. Yeah, that's true.
Same with Hondo.
That's true. All right,
everyone hates Hondo.
Here is the final
I feel like it's super close. I didn't keep track.
It is super close. All right, and here's the final total.
Let's see it. Holy crap.
Winners.
It's a tie.
It's a dead tie. 10 to 10.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
played.
I will take it, honestly.
The price was right on this one.
For all of us.
For everybody.
Bobby knows a lot more about this stuff than I do, so being able to tie, it did take two of us, but
it's true.
We got there. We got there.
We got to a tie with both of us.
We got
with
to
both
a
our
tie.
brains together.
Yep. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah. What would you say? Do you feel like the prices are lower than you expected them to be?
I think, yeah, in general, I think they are.
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I haven't decided yet. I think making it easier to get into the game is good. And, you know, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because we're tracking in this the prices of the normal versions of the cards. Mm-hmm. So for somebody to just get into the game and buy whatever they need to build their decks is relatively cheap. And then if you do want to go a little bit, you know, wilder, well, bling out your deck, they, you know, now have those prestige cards that you can go and buy. So yeah. I think for the ones that actually have those cool versions, it's nice. For some of the other ones, I don't know. Like, I feel like some of the prices maybe should be a little bit higher, but no, I think it's a good thing.
Nice. All right. Well, if you guys haven't checked out KTOD, go check them out. This is Bobby. We did a reaction video, and if you didn't watch that reaction video, you probably should have watched it before this one. But here we are.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So there you have it. The price is right.
All right. Well, yeah. For more of this nonsense, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.